Hello everyone, thanks for tuning in to another splits training video. I created this video as a way for you guys to test your flexibility in left splits, right splits, and middle splits. So I'll take you through a quick warm up here. If you guys want to warm up a little bit more beforehand, I would encourage that, and a quick cool down. And then we'll be spending 6 minutes on left front splits, 6 minutes on right front splits, and 6 minutes in middle splits. And I'll be showing some different stretching variations and techniques on screen to help you guys get a little deeper into those stretches. So go ahead and take your knees wide, your big toes to touch. Continue to rock out left and right as you sink low into a child's pose here. Bring attention to your breath and your body, allowing everything to slow down and sink a little deeper towards the mat. As you lift up and come through all fours, begin to take some big circles in your hips, moving in a counterclockwise direction. And switch directions, moving clockwise. Sink your hips all the way back towards your heels. Then lean forward, tuck your toes, and press into a downward facing dog. Get a little stretch into your hamstrings here. Bend into one knee and straighten the other. And switch sides. Switch. And move out side to side. Take any little movements here you need to feel good. Take your legs a little bit wider here. Take a wide-legged forward fold as you rock your hips left and right. Slowly walking your feet a little bit wider, allowing your upper body to release towards the floor. Bend deeply into your left knee and then your right, rocking out side to side, beginning to work into your hip rotators and the muscles of your inner thighs. Go ahead and toe heel your feet together. Or forward fold at the top of your mat. Go ahead and bend and straighten your legs several times here. Again, taking any little movements that feel good to you. Maybe that's the bend and extend. Maybe you hold opposite elbows, just hang long here, shake out left and right. If it feels good to bend into one knee and then the other knee, you can switch sides a couple times here. Find center as you inhale, find a flat back, half lift. Exhale, fold a little closer towards the mat. Inhale, half lift, and fold. Lift, and fold. lift, and fold. Hang here, continue to breathe deeply. Walk your feet a little wider, shake out your hips left and right. Now's your chance to get a good stretch in your hamstrings before we take it to the floor. And we'll start out stretching your front split. So to work into having a split all the way towards the floor, start in a low lunge. And begin to rock forwards and backwards. On that forward motion, you're working flexibility of the hip flexor and the quad of the back leg when you're leaning forward. And when you lean back, you're stretching out the hamstring of the front leg. So continue here. Again, we have 6 minutes to get our splits to the floor on our left side. So work your way slowly, pace yourself here. Remember to breathe, and if one area of the stretch feels good, hold there a little bit longer. I'm showing some variations with the block as well in this video. So primarily I use the block in splits to set up under the hip of the front leg. And this helps you to square your hips a little more towards the front of the room as opposed to opening your hips towards the side. You can also use a block to practice over splits by setting it up under the heel of your front leg. And I'll show this later on in the video. You still have some time to continue stretching your front splits. If you make your way all the way to the floor here, go ahead and hold there, continue breathing. This stretching series is totally up to you, whether you want to lift out of it, then sink back in, or hold in one position the whole time, up to you. I do recommend a little bit of wiggling though to get some different angles. Continue to stretch here, and I'll let you guys know when we're moving on to the other side. Slowly begin to rise out of your left front split. Take your time. Continue breathing. Eventually make your way all the way up to a forward fold at the top of your mat. Hang here. Notice the difference between both legs, both sides of your body. And we'll begin stretching front splits on the right side. So whenever you're ready to start there, you can keep your right foot forward, lunge your left leg back. And I'm starting the clock now. We have 6 minutes here, stretching right front splits. If you're already feeling very flexible and want to come straight to the ground, you certainly don't have to follow what I'm doing. This time is up to you. I'm working my way in very slowly. Continue here. I'll let you guys know when we move on to our middles. Slowly begin to make your way out of your right front split. Take your time. Go ahead, tuck that back toe, step up to a forward fold at the top of your mat. And we'll begin working towards middle splits here. So take your feet wide in a wide-legged forward fold. Hang long, maybe shake out your hips a little left and right. And begin to make your way all the way down to seated on the floor here. So maybe you come through Malasana Yogi Squat and come all the way down. Go ahead and take your legs wide in a straddle, and the way to ease into a middle split would be stretching straddle first. Frog pose is also a great option. Begin working your straddle until you feel your legs come wide enough that you can roll over into your middle split. And I'll show some different variations in the 6 minutes here that we're stretching middle splits. If you find that when you're in your middle split and your hips are lifting up off the ground, yet you don't feel a very intense stretch, I would suggest taking a block and putting it under one foot, stretching your middle splits there until it feels comfortable, and then taking the block over to the other foot, holding there until it feels comfortable. And I'll show you guys that variation in a couple minutes here. You'll also see me leaning left and right to hit a little bit different angles in your middle splits. Middle splits is mainly the hip rotators and flexibility of the muscles of the inner thighs. So continue working here, and I'll catch you at the end of the video to lead you through a short cool down and send you guys on your way. So enjoy your middle split stretching here. Continue to breathe and tune in. Gently make your way out of your middle split. Use your hands to bend your knees and take any movements here that help you release out of that intense stretch. Find your way into seated on your heels. Take your hands to the tops of your thighs as you rock out gently left and right. Take your knees wide as you sink to a child's pose here. Allow your hips to fall naturally towards your heels as you rest your forehead into the mat. Hold here for some deep breathing. Gently release up to all fours and continue to move through some cat-cows here. Move at your own pace, coordinating with your breath, inhaling as you look up and drop your belly towards the floor. Exhale as you round your back up towards the ceiling. Come to seated on your heels as you take some half circle body rolls here. Over to the right side, up and around to the left. Again, move with your body. Take any movements that feel good to you. Take a big inhale, reach the hands up, and exhale into heart center. Inhale, reach, and exhale, heart center. Take one more all together, reach the hands up. And let all the air go right into heart center. And I want to thank you all for practicing your splits with me today, and leave a comment for me below. I love to hear from you guys how you're feeling with these practices. I have tons of other split stretching practices with lots of other dynamic movements and long holds, so definitely check those out if you're working on splits. Thank you guys. Namaste.